Can you and I be friends? Here we go.
This is Mainely Motorsports, a comprehensive rundown of all the local racing action with your host, Steve Perry.
People tell me, when they see me, you're the guy, the Mainly guy.
Highlights, in-depth interviews, and stories behind the action. Add to the show at 207-324-1220. Live on the radio, live video stream, and on demand as a podcast.
My goal in life is to have an empire, my Mainly empire.
Now, let's get local. Mainly Motorsports.
Yes, it's us. We're back. It's Tuesday night, and that's Debbie's all concerned because Tuesdays now come so much faster.
Well, when you have a holiday.
Well, no, you just...
Well, in general, they do, because I have to get prepared.
Oh, yeah, she has to get prepared, you know.
I sit here and...
Well, I'm guessing that I didn't get prepared, or you.
I was going to say, I get the results, I look up what's coming up next.
Someone has to be the brains of the operation, and it's not going to be any of us are bozos.
I tell everybody it's you, Andy, because you sit on the smart side of the table.
Yeah.
That's what and when I tell people they're calling in, I go, Andy will be one answering the phone because he's on the smart side of the table.
Yeah, well, it's a very slow grade on a curve that we're judging here. But welcome to Mainly Motorsports tonight, brought to you by Rejuvenate, Canna and also Dow Excavating Inc. You know, without them, we can't do stuff like this, and that's bring you an hour of great local and regional action. We're getting to the end of the season. It's funny that racing is primarily considered a summer sport here in New England, but when it gets to after Labor Day, that's when things really start to heat up points-wise, and also for the special shows. We just had the Oxford 250 on last week's show. We had another big marquee event this weekend at Wiscasset Speedway, which we're going to be recapping throughout the program.
Yeah, and it was a great time. The weather was perfect, and
the crowds were huge.
Yeah, crowds were huge, and highlight. You know, I know for the guy that won the big race, and we're going to see at the. You know, we're going to hear from him in a little bit, but I would say the highlight of the day for us, me and Debbie in particular, was seeing our friend and general manager of LST Motorsports Park finally break through and pick up the win in the 207 crate modified division. In the 10th race of the season, now he's been on the podium
every single
week.
race.
7 second-place finishes and 2 third-place finishes.
So he's like the Harry Gant.
I don't know if even Harry Gant was that good.
Well, no, Harry Gant had 9 second-place finishes before he got a win in Cup.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think Chase Elliott had a similar stat before he finally broke through as well.
Yeah, so it was
really exciting. And what's nice is a lot of our kids, our families, are Wiscasset people. They go every week to watch. They have their favorites, and they're always there to cheer him on.
Yeah, and then if you've never been to Wiscasset,
the victory lane is top notch.
It's probably one of the best out there because they roll up against the fence, so you get to go down and lean against the fence. The drivers get to greet you and high five you and all that. So them kids are there every week cheering him on, and you know, and he comes up and sees them, and any driver. You know, that's when they do driver introductions for the Boss Hogg. That's how it happened.
I saw that when they were putting it in a few years ago, and I thought to myself, this is the best and possibly worst thing that could possibly happen. Like, I think it's amazing. But, of course, having had the experience in racing that I think that we've all had, you're like, okay, there's got to be, and I'm sure this went through their minds and everything, Richard, Vanessa, and Ken, of like, there's got to be that race where there's a knockout, drag-out fight for the win, and then they end up, you know, talking some major smack in victory lane, and it blows up right in front of the fans, and I'm like, oh my God, this can go so wrong.
I don't think that the Jordans or Ken would ever want that to happen.
No, of course not.
But most promoters always say, if you're going to fight on the front.
Yes.
Don't doing the pitch.
They wouldn't definitely.
Nobody wants to see that.
You know, because they're a family atmosphere.
Yeah. So
that
was
nice. Yeah. So Ryan got his win. All our people were there, and then they were very generous to let us all go in victory lane and do a big photo shoot with them.
Yeah, a big photo. So we brought the kids, the parents, and you know, and everybody. And then what was so neat was Mike Carlton, who is everybody knows him as the #1 Terran safety worker.
He's the one that puts out every fire that ever happens.
But he's also our
our turn one.
Turn one official. So he was up there in the centerpiece of the victory lane photo. So that was the highlight of our day. And it was just to have it happen, at a marquee event, the Boss Hogg.
And bigger trophies, bigger crowd. Yeah, very nice.
Who provided the trophies?
Oh, this company Mainly Awards.
Mainly Awards.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve does everything big.
Brick built.
Yeah.
Oh no, one broke.
Yeah,
Brick,
I saw that.
Brick comes running up the front stretch.
Yeah, they broke one in
Transit,
not brick. Brick
Oh yeah,
says-
he was quick to say,
Yeah,
I didn't do it. I didn't
6
do
years
it.
I've been traveling with trophies and never broke one, and they were transitioning them from point A to point B. The Wiscasset staff.
I
and
saw
broke
him
one
come
with-
down into the pits and grab him. That there was a fire that had to be put out.
Oh yeah.
Trophy broke.
Yeah. So
That's a good brick, by the way.
It was though. He comes
Trophy
slamming
boat,
up. Trophy boat.
yeah, but he and what he
You
does
think about that, Bob?
when he has to make a big move of trophies,
He's very, very proud.
he brings spare parts because it can happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, I love that. I love that he takes so much
So much
pride.
pride.
We
in
crap
what
on
he
him, but
does.
he
He really
does
does.
do
He does
like
a
a lot
fantastic
and
job. Yep.
steps up and knows stuff. You know.
And I'm telling you, if you ever had to watch him build these 6-foot tall trophies, the work that goes into them, it's amazing. Because I remember at Star a few years ago, they broke a piece and he wasn't around, and I had to try to do it.
Yeah.
It was me, Dave McGuire. There was 4 of us up there trying to replace the piece. And I told everybody, if I had to build these trophies, there was no more brick. These trophies would come like your old AMC model
Pre-assembled.
kits.
It would be the IKEA store for trophies.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do it.
Steve's IKEA.
Do you know what IKEA is, Steve?
No, he has no.
Oh, come on. You got to know.
He's never
No,
been
I've
to
heard Debbie
IKEA.
talk about it and say, I wish there was one in our area.
No,
Because you'd be
I'm-
doing a lot. No, you wouldn't be.
we
Brick would be doing
Brick
a lot
does
of
it.
it.
Yeah.
Brick gets met like Brick sees a delivery and he starts shaking his head like, oh no.
He's like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, delivery man.
Yeah. Well, and also what he's very good at is packing the truck. Like he can put in so many trophies in the back of a truck or back of my car.
You know what Brick's not good at? Fixing a red truck on the side of the road in Dayton at 11:30 at night.
No.
What happened there?
Oh.
When I used to always break down.
Yeah, we
He used to
were
drive
doing
junks
the old
before
TV
me.
show, and Steve's giving me a ride home, and we're driving down the road, and I said, Steve, how come every time I ride in your truck, this thing effing breaks down? And he's like, it's running 5 bucks. And like 2 miles later, we're on the side of the road in Dayton. He looks at me and he goes, I'm not kidding. We're broke down.
We're breaking down.
Is that the
what's
one
fir-
you call
what-
the?
Yeah, that's the first call is Brick. So Brick gets out of bed because it's like 11:30 on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
Comes down. He's like, I don't know, Bob. Gets in his truck and leaves.
Just leaves us.
I can't help
Can't
you.
fix it.
Yeah.
Is that the one that you had? The
Yeah, we had to call the
AAA?
ramp truck.
The
And
ramp
then
truck.
you
Right,
made
3
the guy
wide.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Three,
How did-
big guys in a.
No, he wasn't
front of a-
big. He
Two
was
big
skinny.
guys, one little guy.
Yeah.
How did the ending of that truck happen?
So I
Oh.
sold it to Louis.
Oh, is that the one that broke down in the middle of Scarborough and he had to walk 17
Oh no,
miles?
no,
that
no,
was just
that's
his
just
car.
recently.
Oh,
So I sold it
Yeah.
to Louis, and the deal was, when I die, I'm going to be laying state. And then
He
you and
thinks.
Brick.
I'm not calling anybody when he dies. They're going to be like, "Oh, where's Steve today?" I don't know.
Yeah, right. I know who you'll call. You know who she'll call, too, right?
Stop! Don't even. Let's.
I
go
think
on.
she was talking to him at the racetrack the other night.
Oh, is this Ryan Littlefield?
Oh no! I didn't get
Oh,
to
no.
meet Ryan.
He's going to be calling
Jesus.
too.
I know. I
Yeah,
forgot to
she's
meet
going to be
him.
calling Ryan. Ryan, bring your backhoe over and get this guy out of here.
I really need some excavation.
Oh, no.
I need an excavation company.
No, we're going backwards.
I'm out back. I'm a hoe.
Yeah.
No, we're going backwards in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah,
was,
there was actually, like, on a serious note, somebody had a medical emergency at the
Oh,
at
the track,
Wiscasset
yeah.
the other night. And they hopefully everything's fine.
Yeah.
They come and got her, but like right after that, I was looking around. And I'm like, where's Debbie? Couldn't find her nowhere. I look.
I happened to go talk to somebody.
I go, Steve, where's Debbie? And then Steve starts looking around, and lo and behold, there she is.
Oh, yeah.
Debbie is the nicest person in motorsports. We discussed this before the show started today.
Yeah.
Well, it's
And that
We-
was nice.
we talk about co-parenting. So Debbie saw her ex-husband, right? We thought Debbie had a medical emergency the way she ran out of the
I
bleachers
did not
to
run.
go see Fred.
Oh my lord!
I never seen
I
it.
did not
I
run.
was getting ready to sign her up for one of them.
You didn't even see me go down
like
there.
like unbelievable.
Anyways,
Like, unbelievable. running.
We get
he put me
along
up to
very
this
well.
Right?
So
That's great.
yeah, it's what.
So you know
people
when we
need to
talk
be.
about those people that get divorced and they struggle co-parenting.
Yeah.
We don't need to co-parent. My children are grown adults.
So they
still
should
need some
take.
parenting. Can they rent a car?
So
Yeah.
they should take lessons from Fred and Debbie how they co-parent.
Oh, we're going to talk about the other things that I'm sad about. The people that we need to take care of.
Well, yeah,
Well, we have our friend Ray,
yes,
and Ray's having some issues,
yeah. As the,
and he could use a little help from the racing community.
yeah, Ray could. So
When I saw the story, I was very sad for him.
What happened?
He is having some financial difficulties,
Okay.
and it seems that
He's
he
on
might have.
disability because he's not well.
He's not overly healthy, but he does so much for so many.
no, I will say that about
He does.
Ray.
He does. I mean, he does.
Does he love racing?
Ray?
Loves racing.
Is he having a hard time right now?
He's having a very hard time.
Does he
right
give back to the racing community when he
Probably,
can?
probably more than he
Absolutely
should.
more than he should.
Then he checks all the boxes for someone.
For somebody to come help him. He
Yeah.
needs a little help getting his truck back. And I think there's enough people out there that could probably throw something at him and help him out. And that's just me and Vic. We both saw the story. Greg's Vic. She
So-
has the same heart as me, although Steve does seem
Greg.
to think Vic has a bigger heart than me.
What was it like when Vic found that story out? Where were you guys?
She was
Laying in bed?
No,
No.
Greg was laying in
Greg-
bed.
No,
She was
I
up
wasn't.
sitting
She was
and
probably
shit.
up
she was
She was up
working.
cooking.
Yeah.
No, she was working at her computer, and her office is in the bedroom, and I had taken a shower and come into the bedroom and was getting
So
dressed
this must have been noon 30.
What time do you get up?
Noon,
when
30.
with my eyes open.
No, seriously, you don't have an alarm clock?
No, not on days I don't have to get up.
Oh, wow. My mental alarm clock wakes me up every day whether I need to or not.
Same.
Same
Yeah,
time.
mine does too, and I go pee.
That's
and
why I
go
asked
back
you
to bed.
what day that was or what time it is.
What day?
It's every day. I get up at like 5 and go pee, and I go back to
It's
bed.
5, all right.
Oh, no,
I go back
but
to
he
bed.
doesn't go, and he sleeps another night's worth.
Yeah, if I can.
So anyway, Vic is
I'm gonna be well
Reading-
rested when I'm dead.
Facebook.
Mm.
Let's get back to Vic.
So is Vic gonna start the
Vic
campaign?
felt bad too, right?
No, Vic's not.
But did she feel bad?
Yes, I think she did.
Because she has a heart like I do.
Yes.
So-
This is the most touchy-feely episode
Oh
we've
my
ever
God.
had.
All right.
Let's talk about racing.
All right, let's get into it.
So I'm gonna reach out to Ray.
Yeah.
See
Somebody,
if there's
if
something we can do.
yeah, if you know who we're talking about, I don't know if we
You
want
can
to
reach
say
out
who
to,
it is.
to us, or you can reach
I'll
out
reach
to
out to
Ray.
Ray.
I think
Yeah.
everybody knows Ray.
Reach out to
Ray,
Debbie.
Ray is a guy that has done a lot for a lot of people over the
I'm
years.
pretty
and,
sure a lot of people ate at his barbecue 2 weeks ago.
you know,
Which
so,
was for Emma Treadwell.
Yeah.
yep. Speaking of that.
Oh,
you
we
know
have
what
a
I mean?
couple good
So we got a
fundraisers
couple of
going
good
on.
things going on. So
Our
starting
people are amazing.
starting this week at our track, the Newton racing team, led by the grandparents and John Layton, Lisa Playstead, and all that. They're going to do a 2-week 50-50 raffle, sell some of the
So
things,
they've got
I did
T-shirts
see
to
this
sell.
info.
Yep.
doing a bunch of that. And we're going to do it over 2 weeks, 50-50s with a fundraiser for them. And then Beckham Roussel, which is Corey Roussel's son.
Casey.
And Casey, yeah, they started a few weeks ago with a bottle drive. You know,
That's
I
a
don't want
little
to say
boy with a big heart.
big heart. I don't want to say spearheaded by Sandy, but because of Sandy got him a decal for his car, it's what kicked it off. They're collecting bottles, so we're kind of going to give a couple extra stations up there, and we're going to donate all the bottles that we can collect and encourage the people not to just throw them away like we do, just to do that.
All the help
over the
what we can with
over the next
Mama.
few weeks. We got a couple of big weeks going on, and try to raise even more money because as you can imagine, it never
It's-
goes away, the costs and expenses. And then as that hit social media today, I got a couple calls today that people are going to start dropping bottles and cans off to our location in Saco and just make cash donations to us. You know what I mean? So it's people are willing to step up.
We have good
and like
people.
I said, so
Yep.
I mean, I know Ray isn't Emmer, but Ray has done a lot to help that
If,
operation.
yeah,
So
just a little bit can help
You know what I mean?
get him back up on his feet.
so yeah, we got to
Okay,
talk about
let's go
some
talk
racing.
about some racing.
Give us some of your results, Greg.
I got Speedway 95,
Hell yeah.
owned in a couple months by Ricky Craven. I got Speedway 95 results, and
What if they're going to call it Speedway 32?
I'm gonna start in a.
Speedway
I'm not gonna
12?
start. I'm gonna end with the. So
Going backwards?
Yep. So the Dirt Fantasy League, the winner was Jesse Mishout of Caribou, and then Limited Sportsman was Ryan Robinson from Clinton. Street Stocks was Jordan Pearson. Coca-Cola Cage Runners
Jordan
was
Peterson?
Jordan Pearson.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the British guy. Vice.
Came on down to Bengal.
Crikeys.
Coca-Cola Cage Runners was Casey Bellows from Fairfield. And then in the Sport Fours, it was Steve's future stepson, Trey Brown.
Oh.
I know Steve has a thing for Trey Brown's mom. That's why.
Oh,
Stacy.
doesn't he?
Oh, my
Yeah.
God.
Stacy's
You-
his girl.
Listen, you got to admire any girl that you can be with, and then when after you're done with her, she can beat you up.
Be with. Be careful how you're being with.
No, I'm being with her, and
Well,
then
you're
she
not
beats
being
me
with
up.
Her.
No, listen, Miss, the girl that runs. Me and Stacy.
You know my parents listen, right?
Yeah, well, they just found out about you and Fred rendezvousing up to Wiscasset. Right? What do you think of that, Bob and Mary?
Listen,
Right?
if your parents don't know who Steve is by
Yeah,
now,
they
then
do. They do.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's good that you and Fred can co-parent.
All
The
right,
kids are 35 and
it's over
40,
it.
but it works. It'll give these younger kids and the generation
what
that gets
everybody should
divorced
be like.
that you and Fred can still co-parent.
Life goes on.
We got a few minutes
Life is
before,
too short.
Boss Hogg
Yeah,
Runner
we got
calls.
people
Yep.
going to call.
If
so.
you feel like your relationship is better after listening to this show, then please be a part of ours at 207-324-1220. It's Mainly Motorsports on Seacoast Oldies. We have the winner of the Boss Hogg race joining us on the show on the other side of these. Thank you for being a part of tonight's show.
Retired doesn't mean you're done. If you've still got the drive, Dow Excavating has the wheel. Dow Excavating of Hollis is searching for a part-time CDL driver. You'll drive parts of York and Cumberland counties. Local routes for a family company with local roots. Competitive pay for someone who's put in the miles and enjoying the ride of life. Find more information at dowexcavatinginc.com. That's dowexcavatinginc.com. Dow Excavating is an equal opportunity employer. Getting older doesn't have to feel like it's a constant battle. Rejuvenate Canna offers natural relief, thoughtfully made, just for you. No pills, and you don't have to go through a series of specialists to get the relief you need. Rejuvenate Canna supplies dispensaries with the highest quality handcrafted flour across the Northeast. Connect with Rejuvenate Canna on Facebook and Instagram and stay connected for a new chapter of Rejuvenate. But more on that later. Rejuvenate Canna. Quality, care, consistency.
And now, back to Mainly Motorsports.
And before Logan calls in, I want some other results from Wiscasset. John Ricky, they had two crate modified features. John Ricky picked up the win in the first one. I mentioned earlier Ryan Phillips picked up the win in the second one. And Ray Dinsmore,
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was- he did a good
emotional.
job.
very
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
And to me, modern day Louis Anderson.
yeah,
Do you?
I
you know
like
what
him.
I mean?
I like Ray. quite a
you
bit.
could tell that it meant a lot to
Oh, yeah.
his
The
family
whole-
and friends
all
and
of it.
everybody
You know,
involved.
And
Just-
again, that crowd is just.
Yeah, puts a lot of effort in. If there's a race, he'll find it and he'll get there. And I've always thought of him as the modern day Louis Anderson. You know what I mean?
I
if
think
he's
losing his father a couple of years ago, weighed heavily on that team, and everything they do is kind of a tribute to him because he was kind of the patriarch of it and got it going.
Are you saying that Louis timed out?
No, he's from his own era. It's like me, where a lot of us of this age are early 2000s, 2010s. It's now 2025, and it's time for the new generation to come up and take over the throne, right? So yeah, we're aged out. I think a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel I'm aged out.
I'm way aged.
Louis trying to get one more year under his belt.
He's trying.
Yeah. Before we talk about more aging out stuff, how about we get the winner of the Boss Hogg on the show, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Melcher. Welcome to the program. You're on Mainly Motorsports, live on the air.
Hello, guys. How are you?
Wonderful.
Jeez, you've come down off that
I was going to
excitement.
say, where's that big yelling, screaming?
I didn't want to blow anybody's speakers up right now.
That was wonderful
Okay,
to see your
before we get to
excitement.
hot topics, what have you done for work this week in your garage?
All right, so I went back to work today, and I got a Jeep Wrangler. I took apart last week. I took the cylinder heads off it. So I just got back from the machine shop and started throwing heads back on.
Yeah, see? Working man.
Yep. Yeah.
The car's still got to get fixed. Bill's got to get paid, and I got to race this weekend. So
There
get
you
it done, man.
Yeah, man, those tires don't pay for themselves.
They don't. And my car, I got a few small sponsors, but primarily it's the best shop.
Let's talk about those because, you don't get to being the 2025 Boss Hogg champion by yourself. You do it with your fabulous crew and some of those sponsors that, even though they may be small compared to others, they mean the world to you, and give them a little airtime.
Yeah, I got Trudy's Garden is Trudy and Jeff Marshall. They came on this year. I've known them forever. Trudy used to take photos at Oxford way back when I was a kid, back in like 05, 06. That's where I met them. My dad raced with their boy. They came on board this year. They've been great, always coming to the shop, hanging out. I got Hilltop Collision Center. They help out every year at the Boss Hogg, buy me a set of rubbers. I got
That sounded
automotive.
taken out of context. We're talking racing,
Yeah,
right?
my dad.
Yeah, Bob. No, it's
You're
okay.
good,
It's
you're good.
completely FCC legal. I'm just like, this
It's
is
the
a
crowd
racing-
you're
Yes.
talking to.
So,
Sorry.
show you're on, folks.
And then I got Don Frechette, the boss man. He's been with us. He's been with my old man since like 1980. So he's just a lifelong on-board guy. And then I got my dad. I got Randy Schmidt, house me out all the time. Bob Willett coming down all the time. He was a co-worker of mine at Charlie. Doug Coombs, he used to run ACT, Legend Cars.
Oh, yeah, we know Doug.
I know Doug.
Yeah, he's a great guy to have around. He comes around whenever he can. He was at my shop today. We're talking racing. And it's a small crew, but that's my crew.
And that's what, you take a win, every win's special because we don't, you don't know when the next one's coming. But when this win is like the Boss Hogg 150 at a local guy winning the big local race, that's what makes it that much more special when you're doing it with your friends and your buddies that are behind you, whether you finish 22nd or you win. That's what makes it that much more of a big deal.
Oh, yeah. No, when I get out of the car, and before I can even get out of my car, my best friends in the world are there, and they are just losing their minds. And one of my best friends is my spotter. It's his first year spotting for me. And them last couple laps, he was just screaming in the radio, "Dig, man, dig, you can do this, drive." And it fuels you, it fires you up.
Yeah.
Greg, do you do that to your drivers?
Not always, no. Depends.
When I spot guys, I'm the same way. I'll scream at them, like, "Oh, man, you got to dig. You got to get this."
I've heard Greg spot. He can tell
Sometimes,
them.
yeah. How did you make it through the Josh St. Clair incident? That was
so
a game
scary.
changer for
that
a lot of
changed
people.
So many, yeah.
So right before that happened, Dave Farrington broke, right?
Yeah.
And I looked down, I saw water coming out of my overflow. I look at my 10 gauge, I was running 230. So I get on the mic, I'm like, hey, Dad, like, car's running 230, we're on lap 20. Like, there's no way we're going 150 like this. He's like, you dare come in and take tape off it, or you want to wait? Like, well, we may not get another chance early. Let's just come in and take the tape off. Like, that's what we did, and we come back out like 24th or 5th or whatever we were. And I think that's what saved us, because it gave us that much of a gap from the carnage.
Yeah, chance
that,
to avoid it.
You kind of hit the brakes hard, check up, but you can kind of pick a lane at the same time.
Yeah, that was a
Because
colossal
it was
mess.
across, it was across the track.
Yeah, that's where I can't use my iRacing experience. Whenever I iRace and I see carnage, it's just foot to the floor. Let's see what I can hit.
Dude, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I was just trying to figure it out. I didn't know if he was a 19-year-old or if he was a...
He's 34 going on 22.
Yeah. So you get a pretty sweet iRacing rig, huh? Can you tell us about that?
It's really nothing special, man. I do have a nice wheel. I got a nice Logitech Pro wheel, and I got it mounted to a decent little, like hammock chair. And then I got a 24-inch monitor that's sitting on a desk. And I go up there and I try to whoop up on the kids, but they normally whoop up on me.
Yeah, no, these kids nowadays
today,
with this,
wow.
I'm not bragging, but I was the Season 2 Street Talk champion.
There you go.
That is a very humble brag, my friend. Logan Melcher.
Maybe Steve can make you a trophy.
Yeah.
So, Logan, how long have you been at this as far as being behind the wheel? Not iRacing.
I actually haven't been iRacing long, but as far as pure racing, I raced 2006 and 2007. Then I took a couple years off just because life. I raced 3 races in 2010, and then I did not race again until 2016, and I've been at it steady since 2016.
What was the moment that you knew you were coming back to racing?
So I always kept going to the races. You know, my wife and I would go on dates, go to the races, and I built a car for the street. You know, just hopped up Honda because I'm a Honda nerd, and we were playing with that. I would take it to the drag strip. Well, then I got a big speeding ticket with it, and I looked at my wife like, you know, if I want to drive fast, I might as well drive fast. It's legal, and people will pay to watch me do it.
Did you get that ticket on purpose to convince her?
No, definitely not.
How fast were you going? Now we got to know.
All right, it was 155 miles an hour.
Oh my God!
It was definitely a Del Sol, little 2-seater Honda that I had, big motor in, a lot of money invested.
Like the road?
Did they throw you in jail?
Just about. I slowed down when he actually clocked me. My speedometer goes to 130, and it was very past that. I'm guessing on the 155. It just felt.
That's
like
all right. If it was 130, I'd still be
Felt like
impressed.
it.
Yeah.
Well,
What road was this on?
Route 133 out in Livermore.
Oh,
What the?
Well, the thing had been running bad, and I just got it fixed. And I went and picked up my buddy.
Yeah.
I said, "Dude, you gotta feel this thing. This thing cranks." So I take it down, and we are absolutely flying. The thing's screaming.
You squawk
And I
second?
see another vehicle. Oh, dude, that thing was squall all the way up to third. It was roasting right off third. And I see a car coming, so I'm like, all right, I got to slow down. So I'm on the brakes, but I didn't spend a nickel on brakes, so that thing didn't stop good.
That's a
By the
racer.
time the clock clocked me, I was still going 108.
Oh.
And
the-
I just stopped immediately.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah.
As soon as the blues come on, you're like, "Nah, I'm done."
What did the police
Oh, yeah.
officer say to you?
He's like, do you know how fast you're going? I'm like, I know how fast I saw. How fast did you see? I was like, maybe 100. He's like, yeah, try again, buddy.
Oh.
He's like, the only reason you're not going to jail is because you stopped. And as we're talking, there is smoke pouring from my brakes.
Yeah. It's like
Wow.
Cheech
Yeah,
and Chong
sorry,
went up in
man.
smoke with the Fast and the Furious version.
Dude, if you saw pictures of this car, you would have thought it was nothing, but it was quick.
Yeah.
I actually took it to auction. I did spectator drags
I
with
was
it.
just going to ask.
Yeah.
Spectator drags. Yeah.
So that winter, it was Christmas Day, I sold that car, and I told my dad, I said, hey, Dad, I'm building another circle track car. He goes, why on earth do you want to do that? That's the stupidest thing you ever said.
Well, no,
I was
it's
like,
the second,
okay,
actually.
I guess I'm on And I bought a Honda Civic hatchback shell. It literally has no wiring, no hydraulic lines, no nothing. I bought it for $50. And I took it to the shop, and I worked and worked and worked. And I got it ready for opening day Oxford, but I got it ready in time to go run with Cassett. And once he went to the track with me one time, he was fully convinced, and then he was just in fully. And it literally just skyrocketed from there.
Nice.
We did 2 years in 4-bangers. Then we went late model racing. A couple years of that, and we've been in pro stocks now for 5 years.
That's wild. How did you?
Yeah.
I'm so fascinated with this 155 mile an hour thing. So, how did you break that news to your wife?
So I was like, I called her up. I said, hey,
From jail.
I got good news, bad news. She's like, all right, what's the good news? I was like, I'm not in jail.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Yeah. No,
And
that's
they didn't
cool.
even haul the car away. They let me drive it home.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So take us back to last Sunday. Obviously, at the end of the race, you know, I'm sitting in the grandstands. I felt at that point after Hinckley that you were probably the best car, but it was going to be a challenge to get around that 09. And honestly, I still haven't seen how you got alongside. I saw how you got along the outside of the 09, but I didn't see how you got alongside the bottom of the 09 because I leaned next to Debbie and said to her,
making this race all about him.
No, I'm
yes,
not.
you were. Yes,
I
you
said,
were.
wow, because I didn't think you were going to be able to pull the outside pass off. And I said, pretty cool that 2 weeks in a row, a couple of our little go-karters are going to win the 2 biggest races in the state of Maine. And when I looked up, you're
were
the
leading.
inside of Silas, and I'm like, wow, what's going on here? And then it was a battle for the last 2 laps, and you came out victorious, and it was a slugfest. And lo and behold, you're the winner and did a great job. So take us through those last 5 laps, you know?
All right. So the way I see it is the way it's such a split online. If it was on Facebook, I'm the second coming of the devil.
Well, and it's half those people probably weren't even there. You know what I mean?
The devil would condone 155.
I was going to say, you ran your race and you own it, and look, tell everybody how it went.
It ain't going to bother me.
Yeah.
Fire in the mountain, run, boys, run. Logan's in the house of the
did what I
rising
had to.
sun.
I feel like I did what I have to do to win the race. Silas was doing what he had to do to win the race. I get up alongside him, and I was making ground. And I'm like, I'm going to get him on the top side. I'm rolling better than he is. But he was running me really high down the back, higher than anyone's ever run me down the back stretch of that track. And I've raced there a long time, and I've turned thousands of laps there. So I was in territory I'm not used to being in up there. So I'm used to, you go down the back stretch, there's a dip. And I'm used to just kind of get my right sides in that dip a little bit. But I was way in the dip. I was so far in the dip, it was to the point of just about sucking me into the opening. That little opening they have in the track.
Yep.
And then I was going past that, and there's another dip right after that I've never even hit in my life. And I'm hitting that dip, and I'm like, dude, can we go into turn 3, please? And I felt like I really would have gotten him top side, but like I said, he was doing what he had to do to win the race. So if it meant keeping me up high and making me turn into 3 late, that's what it is.
Yeah, oftentimes. Oh, go ahead, finish. Yeah.
So I figured, I'm going to wait till we're coming to the white. That's going to be the best time to do a crossover. And I said it in the Victory Lane interview. My buddy's done that exact move to me on iRacing so many times. I'm like, that's the move I got to do. So I just backed it off. I backed up early into 3, set it low, and then Silas, I could see him twitching and wiggling and getting a little snugged and getting loose out before that. I'm like, if he washes up even 6 inches, a foot, in the middle of 3 and 4, I'm sticking it. And that's what happened. He washed up just enough where it didn't hit the center of my car when we touched it. It hit the right front of my car. And I managed to get up alongside him. We both kept going straight, and then we could duke it out. And then we just finished the race.
It was for $10,000 after all.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But you got to remember, for me, like, I'll probably never even get an opportunity like that again.
Right.
I had to capitalize, that's...
Yeah,
You have to
you don't owe
capitalize.
anybody any
You have to
apologies.
capitalize
You
on
raced.
those
Yeah,
opportunities every chance you get.
exactly.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, there was no wrecked race cars. There was no, and
There's no carnage from
and
that.
I look
Yeah.
at it, had he really felt wronged, there would have been payback. That's
Yeah.
you know.
But you also got to give Silas all the credit in the world for being a good sport.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, he did. He held himself very well in Victory Lane.
And
Because that's emotional. You were emotional, rightfully so, for your win. He was very emotional for not getting the win because it was that close.
Yeah, we talked that night. Later on, I'm hanging out. I'm hanging out at the track whether I win or lose. So I'm hanging out, and Silas come walking up to me, and we just talked. And we just shot the breeze. He's like, there's no hard feelings.
And that's the way it should be. And that's the
and that's
way
why
it
you
should
don't
be.
you don't read Facebook because you lived it. You owned it. You guys talked.
But I think Silas realizes I got more years behind me in racing than I do in front of me.
Yeah.
And he's got
the
dogs
whole
years in
future.
front of him.
Yeah.
And
And
you
a
can iRace
big
to your
future.
85. What are you talking about?
Dude, Silas has definitely matured past what his age is,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
He showed it that day. I talked to him today on the phone, and not once was it poor me, was it Logan this, none of it. It was a great race. I talked to him. I said, what impressed me was when you put the pressure on Hinckley, and then you kind of backed off, and then you put it back on again. And he was explaining to me what his theory was on that. He says, I just felt like I could see him using up his right front, and I wanted to push him to the point of really abusing it. I'm like, that's a 16-year-old kid that's got that. That's not a 45-year-old kid that's figuring that out. So, yeah, the kid is really matured, and
It's a bright future. Yeah.
yeah, he's got a lot ahead of him. I'm sure he'll win a Boss Hogg at some point. Might even win an Oxford 250 at some point. And he's focused already on trying to win the pass race this weekend. We talked about the pass 400, and he's like, man, I wish that was last year when they were paying $25,000 a segment because I won 2 of them last year. So yeah, he's got a future. And I said to him, you keep yourself surrounded with the right people, and the good things will happen. So it's dejecting when you were that close to winning that race, and he was wanted to be win it, something that his dad had won. So,
He'll have time.
yeah, he'll have plenty of time. But
I have
such a big deal for you and your family,
I have a question for you, Logan.
What's up, dude?
Did Larry fill up on the barbecue?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
The barbecue's good.
So earlier this year, we always hang out with the Hinkley's. Like, Nick's one of my best friends in the world. We're always hanging out. So earlier, he won the VIW 100. He got barbecue, and we got, like, the leftovers. Just got the going in with them. So when we had the barbecue, we had it at their garage stall, and we actually got to have it fresh this time, and it was ours, and it was pretty cool.
You take any home?
No, there was none left.
I would have thought you would have had lunches for like the next 7 days.
I can tell you what, the beer cooler was empty, and the grill stand was empty.
Yeah, you can't take beer to work, sir. Well, you can, depending on where you work.
No.
But something I do want to say real quick, like, a lot of people talking about the last 10 laps of that race. Nobody paid attention to the first 140 laps of that race I ran. Well, I was doing my own thing, just like, I was saving tires. I was mega saving tires, playing with my brake bias, driving in deep for a couple laps, then backing it up, driving out hard for a couple laps, doing my own tire saving programs. On lap 120, my guys on the radio said, "You get a fast contractor."
Yeah, you
and I
were.
was still saving tires.
Yeah.
I mean, I just passed Kelly. I just passed Garrett. And the only problem is those two got so far ahead, I wouldn't have been a factor. But those 140 laps still matter so much to the end of that race.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without those 140, you wouldn't be in the position for obvious reasons. But, like, as a race fan, they don't realize that. A lot of people in the stands had never turned a lap or understand what goes into that. So, that's all. The devil's in the details, right? So if you are the devil, it's in the details. And, it comes from building those 140 laps that you mentioned. No one... You can do so much good for something, but, like, one thing goes a little off or against the grain, and that's what, unfortunately,
If you don't pit the pull tape off your nose, you're in the wreck.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all the things. Yeah.
But there's been so many times I thought I did the right thing, and then you're in the wrong spot, wrong time.
Yeah.
Right.
No, absolutely.
It's the sport.
There's got to be luck there
literally
somewhere,
just
pal.
I literally just pushed my car out of the trailer. My front tire was not far from blistering like Hinkley's was. I've talked to 5 or 6 other drivers in this race. They blistered right front tires.
Well, Patterson, that's why he had to pit at the end, and
That's how he got,
But great run by that team, huh?
Oh yeah, dude,
he was
they came
coming
back.
through in the end, yeah.
Yep. But no, Logan, we really appreciate you taking the time and giving us a call, and congratulations, excuse me, to you and your whole group. I mean, this is big deal.
That's great.
When
It was not to take from anybody else, but it was nice to see a hometown, home track team win.
You know what was nice to see is a Night Owl Creations helmet on the guy who stood on the side of the door.
Between the two of them, their egos.
self-promoter.
Well, no, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you have a piece of the action, what's wrong with that?
I even got the Night Owl sticker on the right rear window of the car.
There you go.
Right rear window. Why is it on the right rear?
Crowd side.
Because it goes right in all the victory lane photos.
Yeah, I put all the important stuff on that
We got to
side.
put you a Mainly Motorsports sticker on there too. And get
Yeah,
some
and
of those
then-
going.
Yeah, we
So-
gotta get some.
I made the trophy. Greg had the helmet.
Oh God, I did nothing.
You did nothing except.
Hey,
You thought that you did, that's-
Were you in?
Hey.
He's in.
Were you in
I
the
made
back?
you lunch.
Were you in the
Did
background?
you have lunch?
Were you and your ex-husband in the
Wait,
photo
can you
bombing
stop
it? Yeah,
it?
maybe you were in the photo bomb.
Hey, congrats, Logan.
Yeah, no,
We
great
really,
job.
really thought you did a great job.
So keep it under
Congratulations.
155.
Hey, are you one of the drivers coming to our go-kart track this weekend?
I'm going to be in the booth.
Oh,
You're in
you're
the
the
booth.
guest announcer at
Okay.
LST Motorsports
We're trying to
Park.
figure out who we got coming to race the go-karts.
Boss Hogg. I got to get
think
him a
we're getting-
go-kart. Boss Hogg said, "You got an old man class up there, don't you?" He said, "Do I got to buy a go-kart? Or are you going to get me one?" I said, "I'll get you one, Hogg."
Yeah, if there's a go-kart for me to run, I'll hop in one. But other than that, I'm going to be in the booth.
You're in the booth. Yeah, the Boss Hogg winner in the booth.
Awesome.
Nice LST. When you guys starting that race? Friday night? Sunday?
Sunday.
You race on Friday night sometimes.
Yeah, but we're done
Yeah, we're
now
done
because it's fall.
Friday night. It's cold, frog. I got to go to bed.
I know.
For what?
Dude, you know who you're talking to?
I was gonna say.
7:30 if I can make it.
Yeah, he's not. He's snoozing in front of his computer
It's
at
a late
7:30.
night for me. Hey, Logan, thank you so much for joining the show. Congratulations
Congrats,
on
man.
that big win. It's awesome to see. And you have yourself a good night.
All right, thanks for having me, guys. You enjoy
You
yourself.
got it.
All right, take
Good
care,
night.
Logan.
So he's the Boss Hogg superstar and also iRacing superstar,
Yes.
Logan
The things we
Melcher.
hear.
That's great stuff. And the things we learn about people, too. I think that's pretty neat.
So, we got another call?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
So let's talk about something. So I don't know what everybody else's opinion on this is, and I don't even know if I'm going to say my opinion.
You should.
Well, you
But-
brought it up.
I actually didn't hate the idea. Them scratching heats for
Right.
just having that.
What are
So
you talking about?
at Wiscasset, they had,
The format was...
the format was they were going to lock in the top 14 in time trials because 14's Boss Hogg's number.
Yeah.
And then
The
they
remaining
were
field
going to
had...
they were going to do heats and blah blah blah. Well, the car count was lower than what they had expected, and so in favor of not tearing up cars in the heats, they went with just straight up time trials. I think it's a situational thing.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody has an opinion. So they decided to not tear up cars in the heat races,
Right.
so
Wear and
that
tear on
they had a
them.
full
Yep.
field for the feature.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the explanation of it, but like, I mean, as a fan, have you ever paid money to see time trials?
Most people around here do not
Right.
like time
So-
trials. They don't know it. They
Go
don't
to
like
the Derby on Thursday night.
It's
Or is
Friday
it Friday
night.
night?
Friday
It's my
night.
favorite part of the Derby. I can't wait to get there to watch the time trials for the
It-
Derby. But that's the only
It was
place.
an unplanned adjustment
Adjustment.
that they made, and I don't hate the idea because
think it went
they
well.
kept. It did two things. It kept the field full for the big race, and it moved the show on a little
way,
bit.
yeah.
I
So,
get that.
And looking beyond that now, you just heard him. How many laps did he have left in his tire? Right front.
Because
right,
Not many.
the ones that would have had to be in heats don't get
Woulda-
extra tires.
right.
Yeah, nobody. So you would have run 15 hard laps on your
yeah,
tires.
you'd have pushed it
So,
another 15
We
more.
could have had a little
15
more
more
carnage.
laps.
And, yeah.
So,
We get another call, by the way.
Oh,
all right.
so wait, one quick thing about that. So there was an excitement level to the time trials because the track record was broken.
By three
Right.
competitors.
Yeah, but the new record was tie. It was
Tie.
a physical tie, timing
From the
wise.
youngest and the old. No, not
Yeah,
the youngest,
yeah.
but almost youngest.
Yeah,
16.
from
No.
Silas and
Silas.
No.
it was
No.
Daniel Harding.
Daniel Harding,
It was
yeah.
the youngest and
Youngest and the oldest.
Yes, it
And
was.
Kelly Moore.
I have to make time trials exciting, on.
Oh, it's got to
the
be hard.
modifieds.
And no.
Well, no, it's like there's an art to it, but as I always say, time trials.
Everybody loves heats.
Right. So, like, if you want to race the clock, rent the track.
Yeah.
That's what I always say.
But
But
I
with that
will.
caveat, once a year, I think once a year is kind of cool, and the way they did it made sense.
Yeah.
So I'll give them
It
that.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have someone else on the line. Good evening, Mainly Motorsports. You're live on the air. Who are we talking to?
Raymond Dinsmore.
Hey!
Hey.
Hello.
What's up, buddy?
Good job,
Good
Ray.
job.
Stand
Good job.
ovation.
Good job.
That was.
Thank you.
That was.
He's speechless. I don't think
I hate to
Steve
say
Perry
it.
is
Anytime,
speechless.
Steve, anytime.
The third most popular win it was casted the other day, but it was still
very,
very popular.
very popular.
I mean,
It was
Hey,
heartwarming.
shortest spoiler.
yeah,
Oh,
shortest
the spoiler.
spoiler.
I didn't get it first.
I
then
personally,
Yeah.
I personally went down to victory lane because I wanted to congratulate Ray because I know I call you the modern day Louis Anderson, even though Louis Anderson's still racing. Ray is a guy that just puts so much effort in to go to the racetrack and support the
Supports
racetracks.
everything,
And you've run a super late model, you've run a late model. I don't even know. Have you ever run a modified, Ray?
I've never ran a modified.
Yeah,
But
he's
you
ripped
would
the-
if the opportunity arose, right?
He's ripped the sleeves off his car before.
Yeah.
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 You know, and then you're the epitome, and is that did I
Oh,
say
look
that?
at the big words this man is
Of a
using
racer.
these days.
You're the
Gee,
old
it
school
doesn't take
racer.
much to impress you, does it?
well,
Yeah.
no, because I usually have to say that's not a real word.
It's you're the epitome of an old school racer in the modern day era, and so when you have the success like you had the other day, it's big news in my book, and then so to have the family there, looks like there's a newborn,
New
and,
baby.
I mean, just how exciting was that, and then to climb out and have the crowd that's there. I mean, how big, Ray?
No, it was pretty big. Last race 2 weeks ago was the first time Brantley, our newborn, was there.
Yeah.
He was a NICU baby, so he was early. So it was his first time to the track. Me and Ben Burgess drove probably 13 laps side by side, so I was trying everything I could to win for his first race, and we ended up having that meltdown for electrical. So This week,
nobody could touch you. You were good.
No, this week we went for redemption, and we definitely.
And you went on a big weekend. Yeah.
No, and you've raced at so many different tracks, and you never know when that 81's going to show up, and you just talk about your career, Ray, and what led you to be at Wiscasset now.
Yeah, so growing up, my dad, he was, as we talked before, he was big on spectator drags. So I grew up at Beech Ridge. When we got done with the Roadrunner division, I started off in the Whiz Kids. We ended up buying Dave Herrick's last sports series car he had. He let me bring it out one past tour weekend. I'm good friends with his son, Dale. Brought it out. Ended up deciding we'd go to Lee because there wasn't as many cars as Beech Ridge to get our feet wet. And that was a rude awakening. They're fast cars, so it's competitive down there. We ran there for, I'd say probably as long as Wiscasset. I think it went 4 years before the year my daughter was born. I won Father's Day weekend in the late model division. And then after that, we went to Star Speedway. I raced there for a little bit. We got the brainstorm idea to go down to Dillon. They got rained out, so we went down to New Smyrna, raced down there as a street stock. And then we kind of played around as a late model, super late model at Wiscasset and Lee for the last 4 years. And then this year, my wife and I were talking, and we just want to go back to the basics, have fun. And the opportunity came above to get this. It was a brand new Burgess car, so we got it, and it's been pretty good.
Hey, Bud, why are you the number 81?
So when I started Whiz Kids, I was number 8. I had a red Dodge Aries. It was definitely not a race car.
Dodge Aries.
And then my dad ran a couple Thursday Thunders when I had a Cavalier. It was painted up like Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s old car. We slapped a 1 after the 8. So that's how the 81 came into it. Then once we left Beech Ridge, I became 18. And when he got sick in 2018, he got sick for a little bit. I was in the hospital. I flopped my number to 81. And then that's kind of history from there. I just took over the number.
How often do you think about your dad when you're behind the wheel, getting close to those checkered flags these days?
This week was pretty rough because we kind of did a throwback paint scheme. He had that blue and silver car back in 2008. So he had a lot of success at Beech Ridge in it. He raced with the 305s, and he got a win. I think he raced side-by-side with Kerry Thibodeau for like 20 laps on the outside, and he won.
Oh, I remember.
So
yeah, it was quite
so it's one of those things, like back then, 2008, it was just me and Dale Herrick. So kind of this year we want to do a throwback, and everything lined up good because it's a third-gen Camaro, and, well, his was a Firebird, but it came out pretty close to what his car was.
Yeah, your dad was such a big part of your racing operation. It might not have been just turning wrenches because obviously in the later years, like you said, he had some health issues, but wherever was Ray, there was your dad. You know what I mean? He was always with you, whether it was at a show, during the season, the off season, the racetrack, in the truck. He was always there with you. He was your number one fan.
Yeah. So like back when we started running Wiscasset, we could never run radios. We could never run mirrors before at any other track in New Hampshire. So doing the whole radio thing was an adjustment because it was always my dad that was on the radio. And then once he passed away in 2022, like nobody's been on the radio since then. But this year I had Trevor. He's been helping us graph them, and he on the radio. He's pretty much what kept me calm that whole feature. If it wasn't for him, I probably would have burnt my stuff up more than what we were doing.
Yeah, because let's face it, when you talk about classes, that's strictly street class up there.
Huge class.
There's what, 25 cars, Greg?
Yeah, like 28, I think they had the other night.
Yeah,
it's
when you're talking Josh Sinclair, Dan McKay, Mac
Ben
Hannon.
Burgess,
Yeah,
Mac, Scott Eck. you know, you
You're the-
Yeah, it's
List
like the old
goes on.
Mad Bomber class over
Yeah.
at Dietrich. Yeah.
but it's tight.
so
you know?
good.
That's how you know your
Zach
racetrack's
Emerson,
healthy.
you know.
Is how your streets. I say as the street stocks go, so does the racetrack. Right. It's like last week when we were talking about what Tom Curley had said earlier. When I was a kid, you know, it's great that you have all the stars and everything, but I'm more concerned with having a full back 2/3 of the field healthy when it came to, you know, late NASCAR North, early ACT. Same thing with here. I mean, yeah, you can have a good field of pro stocks. That's great. But when you have a division full of racers as committed as their street stock division, which Ray runs, that speaks to the health and the way that I think the racers are treated at Wiscasset too.
I think that Ray can probably speak from this for now, because he has experience in multiple divisions. But most people don't realize that you'll never have any more fun than you'll have in a street stock class.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like you can go and it's like, hey, I got spun out with 3 to go. It stinks, but I'm not out $1,000 tonight to run my pro stock.
If the car's off a little bit, you can get up on the wheel
and drive it.
You can get a little more out of it,
That was kind of like this week in the heat race and practice. I mean, we weren't at the top of the charts. We were slower. And then in that feature, we clicked off. It was like a quarter second faster. It was just, I think everything lined up. The adrenaline was there. Everything was going right. So it, like you said, Greg, it's kind of like in the street stocks, like if you, pardon my French, but wheel the shit out of it, you get faster. So it's,
Yeah. And then, so when you were, you're in victory lane, you roll in, which Wiscasset's got the coolest victory lane out there, and, the fans, and then your daughter, she was the first one to run from the pits to beat you. And those moments, because you never know when that next one, and if that next one ever comes, right?
Hey, Bud, just before we go any further, I just want to let you know that we are live on the radio and we have to go abide by FCC laws. So just to remind you, we need to kind of keep in the sandbox of language, please.
all right, my bad.
That's
Sorry.
okay. Yeah. I'll send the fine your way.
Okay.
It'll be steep. No, go ahead, man. I just want to let you know because sometimes people think, "Oh, are we on a podcast? Or are we on the radio?"
we're
just want to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but you did drive the poop out of it.
Yeah. But
Well, we didn't mean to silence you. I just,
That was not going to talk.
now I don't even want to say my name.
my oldest daughter, I think the last time she's been in victory lane is probably since Lee, so it's been a while. Just we never had the success in the late models at Wiscasset because, I mean, as most people know, it's normally just my family, Tim, and then this year Trevor's been with us. So I mean, I don't have 1,000 people helping every week. I don't have tons of sponsors behind me. It's
and
mostly
that late model class at Wiscasset is no slouch either. That's
no.
very comparable to the street stock class.
No, and
Car
again, nice
count
to
wise
have,
and
have a small town
competition
team.
wise,
Racing
in
is
a big weekend.
certainly healthy in the mid divisions. Ray Dinsmore has been our guest, most recent winner and third most popular winner of the weekend, according to
Steve.
Ray, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations on the new addition to your home. And we're not talking about the trophy that you got. We're talking about
From Mainly Awards.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we're talking about the human being not from Mainly Awards. And well wishes for you on the rest of your season, bud.
all right. Thank you.
You
All right,
got
thank
it.
you, Ray.
Congrats, Ray.
Here goes Ray Bleepin' Dinsmore on the show. We got about 6 minutes left in the program. We're going to take a little break and come back and preview what's coming up this weekend in Maine on Mainly Motorsports at Seacoast Oldies.
Getting older doesn't have to feel like it's a constant battle. Rejuvenate Canna offers natural relief, thoughtfully made, just for you. No pills, and you don't have to go through a series of specialists to get the relief you need. Rejuvenate Canna supplies dispensaries with the highest quality handcrafted flour across the Northeast. Connect with Rejuvenate Canna on Facebook and Instagram and stay connected for a new chapter of Rejuvenate. But more on that later. Rejuvenate Canna. Quality, care, consistency. Retired? doesn't mean you're done. If you've still got the drive, Dow Excavating has the wheel. Dow Excavating of Hollis is searching for a part-time CDL driver. You'll drive parts of York and Cumberland counties. Local routes for a family company with local roots. Competitive pay for someone who's put in the miles and enjoying the ride of life. Find more information at DowExcavatingInc.com. That's DowExcavatingInc.com. Dow Excavating is an equal opportunity employer.
And now, back to Mainly Motorsports.
So you got you going down to Lee Friday night? They got the championship night, or
Yep.
You getting in a school bus?
No.
Oh, school bus racing.
Nope. I found out today I have Roby Friday night at Lee and Roby Sunday at Oxford. Lamb Saturday night at Oxford for the 100. I think they got 100 to close out the year.
I think so. Yeah.
All I can picture of with Greg in the school bus is that Chris Farley
and Billy Madison.
Yeah.
That Veronica Vaughn, she's some piece.
See, there you go.
You gotta go. You want to? Remember the last time you raced?
I never raced.
I was gonna say, when did he
the
race?
go-kart track in Alabama.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, but
I
no,
was
remember-
winning that one.
Remember we rode side by side and blocked the
whole
McKay?
field.
Blocked everybody.
Blocked the whole field. Me and Greg
Me and
blocked
Steve
the whole
holding
field.
hands.
We got pictures.
No, we had a snowmobile race. So remember, we had a
Oh, yeah.
snowmobile race
Yeah,
for,
let's bring that back up.
for the whoopie pie.
I tried hard
course, for
to
a whoopie
win
pie.
and ended up rolling
You
over.
rolled it over. That's the last time you ever
Of
raced.
course, carbs are involved. With
Oh
it,
yeah, we
guys.
raced for a
Always.
whoopie pie. What was the name? What was
was
Butchie
it?
Keene's wife's name? What was
I
her
don't
name?
remember.
Oh, I gotta look her up. She's a looker.
Jeez.
Remember we had to pick.
She
her?
made a cake, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, that's
Did
why
she
you guys
jump out of
race.
it?
Listen. It's the old Turner one lunger.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
yeah,
old
yeah,
one
yeah,
lunger.
okay, yeah, I know that
So
race.
listen,
Yeah.
so they have 2 snowmobiles that they're going to let us ride, right?
The
And
two biggest boys out there.
They're just like whatever they are. They're whatever they are. Yeah. Flip a coin. Yeah. Flip a coin to get to pick the snowmobile, right? So Steve wins the coin flip. Right? So, of course, he takes the one that's obviously faster. So I'm trying way too hard for this machine that I'm on.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize the corner was all ice, and I bailed it in there
flipped
and
it over.
locked it, hit the snowbank, rolled it over. I was like a turtle on my back, spinning around in a puddle.
You know what I picture? You know, like in that Rudolph cartoon or claymation.
Yeah, like
Where it's like that big abominable snowman.
Yeah.
Like, here comes Craig.
And the winner got a big whoopie pie. It was Rayanne Keene, Butchie
Yeah,
Keene's
yeah.
ex, made a big whoopie pie. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me and you feasted off it after.
You didn't win.
I did.
It was
He
only the
didn't.
two of you?
Yeah, it was a 2-man fat guy race.
jeez.
And it was only half track.
It was only half track. We couldn't go the whole track.
Started in the middle.
That was back when we were both fat.
and
My God.
Okay.
So,
well,
all
we're
right,
both
so-
still fat.
Greg-
Some
Well,
of
you
it
both
is-
have slimmed down quite a bit.
So, Greg, you're going to be doing that, so you're busy all weekend with racing. Steve, Debbie, what you got going on?
We got
We got our races
double
on
features on Sunday.
Sunday.
It's Wiscasset Speedway Day. Ken has
Hey.
got
So Ken's got
8
Logan,
to 10
obviously.
drivers coming over, and we're putting them in some of our carts for an exhibition race at the end of the day. Exhibition race, race
With
car
race
drivers.
car drivers.
Yeah,
How's
let
this
me know how
gonna
that's
go?
going to work out.
Hopefully the people that are letting you use carts are they all your carts?
Well, they're their
No,
carts.
they're-
Brick don't care.
Yeah, okay.
Tear it up, Brick will say.
They-
Dude, are you giving away a whoopie pie at the very end?
Yeah, you should now.
I don't bake
You
them.
should do. That's what
You can
should
buy
do.
one somewhere.
I'll have
You
to.
know
Listen.
how Martinsville has the grandfather clock,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, we saw that.
The New Hampshire Motor Speedway has the
The
lobster.
lobster.
You got the
You
whoopie
should
pie.
do a whoopie pie.
That would be
race.
awesome.
Like a giant.
We'll call what's her
bleeping
face. She'll
whoopie
make
pie.
you a big one.
Who? Rayanne Keene?
No.
You enough with the
No.
Rayanne Keene.
Enough.
Well, no, the last
No.
time I saw her was when we was having the pit crew contest, and she was standing right behind me because my butt crack was hanging out.
How
so
can
I
you
figured
see her when she's standing behind you?
Because I was the jack
Your
man.
eyes in the back of your
No,
head.
I know.
yeah.
Listen,
No, you know
when
who I'm
there's
talking
hookers
about.
around,
I
I've
don't-
always got
I
eyes
don't
in the
know
back
who
of
you're
my
talking
head.
about.
I have a.
No, who are you talking about? We're talking whoopie
For
pie.
whoopie pies, I'm talking about.
Caitlin Levitt?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Caitlin,
yeah.
Oh yeah, she'll do it.
Call
All right.
Caitlin.
I'm
She'll make a
calling
big
Caitlin.
one. Yeah.
Caitlin, we need a big whoopie pie.
For Sunday.
Yes. No. Like I'm serious. Plan.
I
this-
think that's a great idea.
in 2026, either you start it now or you make it an annual thing.
Yeah,
All right.
I think.
The winning Wiscasset driver gets a whoopie pie.
The Wiscasset whoopie pie. The
Oh.
Wiscasset
Whoopie.
whoopie something.
Wiscasset.
We're making
something.
whoopie.
Making whoopie,
Making
yeah.
whoopie with
Oh, yeah.
Wiscasset.
The only person that gets to eat the whoopie pie is the winner or whoever rolls over.
No,
There will be.
And they
They'll
have
do
to
that.
eat
Oh,
it
yeah,
in
they're
Victory
junking.
Lane, kind of like how you have to kiss the cow.
Yeah, yeah.
If you win
That's
the
what
milk
Steve
bowl.
and me did.
You kiss the cow?
No, we ate the whoopie pie.
Oh yeah.
Big chunks.
Oh yeah.
All right, well,
we
it
see-
should be,
Oh, these
should be a
two.
good weekend. So it's happening on Sunday over at LST. When
Yep.
do you guys start?
I don't know.
Gates open at
I've
9.
been in the
I
place for
think
4 years. I don't know. She
think-
tells me we gotta go. Get up.
racing starts at 1 or 2.
Yeah, no.
We-
Racing
we
starts
don't
at
know.
like 11, 12.
Well, no,
Just-
practice.
Just show up on Sunday,
just show
see
up.
whoopie pies. Who knows who's
Come
gonna
about
make
11
them.
o'clock.
Yeah.
12
Greg's going to be
o'clock.
everywhere in
But listen,
New England.
2 weeks is the Star Classic.
That's the big
Yes.
week.
Mark your calendars.
Next week, let's
September
get
11th through
let's get
14th.
Weber on the show tomorrow.
Yeah,
we'll
Weber.
get
That's gonna be-
We'll get Web out
Yeah,
next
3
week.
days.
That's going to be a busy
It's
weekend.
huge.
for
Starts
me.
Thursday, right?
Are you there all weekend?
I think is Friday the
Pass
pass
race?
race,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Chummy
Jake's-
Brown
Jake's
Tell me
there.
144.
144.
All right, we got
So I'll
we got to
have
roll.
that, and then
Gotta-
Well,
Granite
good
State.
now.
Got a
Talk about
date?
next week? No, somebody's
we're
got to
in
go to bed
Sanford.
here.
No, I mean, we got to stay on top.
We're in Sanford.
Stop it.
It's been a pleasure to host this show with Steve, Debbie, and Greg here tonight. Thank you to Ray Dinsmore.
That's
Thank you to Logan
spousal
Melcher.
abuse.
We had great
who
guests.
was,
Thank you.
They made this hour fly right on by. We literally could do this for 3 hours. We're doing it again next Tuesday night at 6 o'clock. I want to say thank you to our sponsors, Rejuvenate, Canna, and also Dow Excavating Inc. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do this show every single week. So thank you to them. Thank you to listening. Continue to share this as well. So this is going to exist as a podcast on Spotify very, very soon. Matter of fact, they'll be up in about 10 minutes or so. It's streamed on YouTube and also to our Facebook page. Make sure you subscribe to Seacoast Oldies on YouTube. Help us boost that subscriber account so we can push more content out there. You know how the business works if you know digital a little bit. We're still learning, so if you want to help us, we'd appreciate that too. So on behalf of Steve, Debbie, and Greg, my name's Andy Austin. Have yourself a great night. Talk to you next week on Mainly Motorsports here on Seacoast Oldies.
WWS.